Welcome back. And we've got one more for the day, guys. This has been, this is so energetic. I love it. It's really hard sometimes to generate the energy we need. You guys have done such a fantastic job on the chat box. When you're not sitting next to the person at the conference and sharing notes and talking to them, it takes so much effort to make sure you stay connected. So, thank you guys so much for doing that. And don't forget, on the back end of this last session of the day, we're going to have more networking time, but I met E. Everyone knows him as E. I'm not even gonna go out with his whole name. It's just E in this industry, okay? Like Easy E. And I got to meet him. I met him the first time in Miami a few years ago at the at before Build SDR Wealth became what it is today. And then I met him again in Denver, and just a fantastic human. He's all about building a strong mindset. These days are hard, guys. It growth is hard, and so is not growth, and so is challenging guests, and so is the Airbnb model. Everything that we don't go through, it takes so much fortitude and strength. And I know E is constantly putting himself around, how do I build my mindset, how do I keep getting strong? He's told me stories about his grandma, and I've watched him hang out by the lake and cook steaks outdoors, and just really, really cool dude. And he's going to take you deep. He's going to get deep today. And so, without further ado, my man E.
Thank you so much, my brother. Always a pleasure to be around you and just this community always. So I'm honored to be here. This is a new experience for me. It's interesting not being able to see your guys' faces. I'm a big lover of just seeing people. But what I want to do with you guys now is I'm going to share with you a presentation that I put together. And then I'm going to guide you guys at the end. We're going to do a hypnosis or guided visualization or guided meditation, whatever you guys feel called to call it. Use that. What I mean by that is don't let the word hypnosis get in the way of what we're doing, right? So whatever language best serves you, and in any moment, whatever language best serves you, as I'm talking, as I'm sharing with you, right? If I say universe, God, source, whatever, right? Whatever works for you. So what is the number one thing that is holding us back, right? And this has been true in my life, and it's always been me, right? And it's not even me, it's what goes on up here, right? It's what goes on between my ears. And self-image determines everything else about your life, right? Self-image becomes the script of your life. And so the way that you feel about yourself, the way that you think about yourself become what you create. You're never going to escape your self-image. Either consciously or unconsciously, you're always going to manifest it into your life. And so you are now, and you will become what you think about. The issue is that most of your thoughts are repetitive in nature. So the thoughts that you had yesterday about certain things in your life are the thoughts you had today, and most likely the thoughts you had a week ago. And so as we go through this journey, is understanding, okay, where do ideas come from? How does an idea become a want, right? So on the left side of the screen, or at least my left side, the big words going down, an idea transmute into a want. And then most of the times, once a want becomes actually something that you really, really want, it becomes a goal. The thing that with the majority of us, we think that the fact that we have ideas and we have wants makes us ambitious, makes us driven, right? And can I be frank? It just makes you human, right? Like the only thing that you telling me that you have a bunch of wants tells me is that you're a human being, right? We crave things all the time, right? Since this morning when you woke up, how many things has your mind told you, oh, I want that, right? I want a glass of water, I want to use the bathroom, I want to do this, I want to do that. So as we're translating through life and we want to go from an idea to a want gets to become a goal. But the only way a goal goes into your subconscious mind is if it becomes an obsession. right? So in order to change, so if you see this line here, right, this is your conscious mind, your thinking mind, and this is your subconscious mind, so your feeling mind. Your stories about you come from feelings. So they're in your subconscious mind. Ideas and wants are a part of your thinking mind, so the upper side of your mind. So until we get to change the feelings about ourselves that we have in our subconscious mind, even the ideas and the wants that we have are going to be limited by the feelings that we have about ourselves. But in order to transmute your behavior, you get to do this in a slightly different way. Your only limitation is weakness of attention and poverty of imagination. Now more than ever, we cannot hold attention, a thought to save our lives. It is increasingly becoming more and more difficult. And then your imagination is a product of your self image. Some people in this moment usually tell me this. Well, I have a hard time imagining things. Or I had a great sense of imagination when I was a child, and I see it with my kids. My kids have it. I don't. Right? I'm a left side guy or whatever that is, and I'm mathematical and I think numbers. I love it for you. Tell me, but I love it for you. But the reality of things is this: it takes just as much energy for your mind to imagine a situation working out in your favor and against you. It takes just as much power mentally for you to operate in fear or faith. Both of those things haven't happened yet, right? But so many of us say, my imagination doesn't work. But then if I ask you, are you anxious? You're like, yes. Okay. Do you have massive kind of freak out about things that haven't even happened yet? Or if an owner calls you and texts you or a guest comes through, it's your first, can you start running with your mind? And you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? This is bad. This is, oh my God, it's going to be the end of it. That's imagination. Do you get what I'm saying? That's your imagining. So anxiety, fear, lack, all those things are the misuse of your imagination. So you're misusing your imagination. And that imagination, it's causing you to not even know how big of a picture you can draw, how big a thing you can make, right? So this is something that I want you guys to write down on a piece of paper. And I want you to think about it every single time. And what you're gonna do is this, right? You're gonna write desire and paradigm, just like how I have it, right? And then you're
Uh,
going to write
Hi,
underneath it.
Emanuel. Sorry to interrupt. Are you
Yeah.
sharing your screen? Because we can't see your screen.
Yeah, it says yeah. Oh my god, have you guys not been able to see anything that I've
Oh,
shared up until now?
yeah. It's just loading right now. Yeah, we can see it right now. We can see it now.
Ah,
It was not
amazing.
visible before. Yeah.
Oh, well, this is the good part. So that's okay. You didn't miss anything. You just missed a bunch of quotes, but I was reading the quotes to you, so you guys are fine. But I want you to write this down, right? Exactly how you see it. So desires, paradigm, and then what I want you to write underneath it in the middle, right? It's decisions. And under that, I want you to write results, behavior, and reality. And so it's the understanding that as long as you get a choice, right? What a paradigm is past information processing new information. So it's the way you've always been up until now. And so you guys are all pretty smart people. So if you imagine of how you want to change the results, behaviors, and reality of your life, it comes from how you're gonna make your decision. And are you gonna make it from what you want, which is your desires, or are you going to make it from the same place you've always made it? So, what does that mean? Well, you have certain feelings about yourself that cause you to make decisions. You have certain feelings about yourself in your subconscious mind. This is what I was showing you guys earlier. They didn't get to see. So the top part is your conscious mind, your thinking mind. The bottom part is your feeling mind, which is your subconscious mind. Your bottom part is what creates everything that you reproduce up top, right? And so you have some feelings about you down here that cause you, when you have a chance to make a decision, to always go towards your paradigm, because it's always the fear story, it's always that response, right? And so who's making decisions? The old you or the new you? And discipline, it's continuously doing this exercise over and over and over. Because there's 3 Ds for you to think about. There is desire, decision, and discipline. Discipline gets to discipline your decision making to reflect your desires every single time you make a decision. And the future version of you, that desired version of you, is the one that gets to be in charge. So discipline is the ability to maintain and grow your desire. This is life changing. At least it was for me. What I want you to think about is, I want you to take, if you have a piece of paper, and I want you to cover the subconscious mind right here. So cover everything that comes down. So the fear, anxiety, right? And understand that anytime you don't know something, that creates worry and doubt. The solution for worry and doubt of any kind, it's knowledge plus study. Knowledge plus study leads to understanding, and understanding leads to faith. So any moment that you feel worry and doubt, understand that you just don't have knowledge or information. Knowledge of what, right? This can be a very wide ranging answer. But for me, the knowledge and the study that I seek is always powerful information. And then what do I study? I study the powerful information, I study myself, and then I study myself against the powerful information. I'm going to say that again. Powerful information, study myself, and then I study myself against the powerful information. When I started implementing this in my life, I went from being a podcast a week, a book a week kind of guy, to 4 or 5 books a year, the same, just over and over and over and over and over and over and over, to a point of really understanding the stuff. Because one of the big realizations is that, and I'm speaking for me only right now, but if it relates to you, you can take it. I had a lot of anxiety and fear and worry and doubt, but I also was not honest with myself for a long time in terms of like my involvement in this worry, this doubt, this fear, and this anxiety, right? And so now I seek knowledge and understanding. So when I feel something in my belly and I feel something going on within me, I ask myself, okay, what is that feeling that is causing this? Because I understand that if I get to replace the feeling and I get to upgrade my self image, I get to make a decision in a different way. And by just doing that, I get to have a different life with different results, a different behavior, a different reality. Just from understanding and getting curious and not just being like, I have worry and doubt. I don't know what's going on. I have anxiety. Ask yourself. So there's a Latin word, there's educo, which is actually the root word of education. But the concept of it is like draw it out from within, like ask yourself question and understand yourself. And so this is where that comes in, right? Like as you guys are going through and you're ambitious and you're driven and you have all this stuff going on and you sometimes feel overwhelmed, is understanding why, right? So like, why am I feeling this way? A lot of the time, anxiety is just suppression because you know, and I'm looking at you. I don't know who, but I'm looking at you. You know what you get to do. Like you know the next piece for you. You know the next thing that you get to work on. And yeah, you're not doing it. And you're choosing to stay over there. Because whatever you're not changing after a little bit, you're choosing. And it's okay. But let's just friend to friends, right? Like let's be real right now. It's fine, but A, don't complain about it. B, if you're gonna suppress your desires and suppress your ideas that are given to you, right, by whoever, right? Because ideas are given to you, they come in, they become a want, become a goal, and then your fear-based story about yourself keeps saying no, and then you start feeling this anxiety that builds up because you know and you're not doing. And so that leads to what? Disintegration. And so you get to be very, very, very purposeful with this game. Yes, I love that. Frank is saying you don't have to, you get to, right? You get to. So I love that. Have you noticed like my language is all revolves around that, right? And again, there is so much power in the way that you talk to yourself about you, right? And then understanding that too has been a programmed response. Again, knowledge plus study leads to understanding. Where have these thoughts about me not being able to do whatever it is, right? Like the idea comes in, becomes a want. And you're like, I want to do that, right? And then you hear the little voice. I was gonna curse, I don't know if I can. So Jody. But I'm trying to be good. That says, no, you can't. That's why these rooms are so important, right? Because environment and the understanding that your current environment is a perfect reflection of your current paradigm. And so I'm not saying abandon your families, run away, don't go see your parents, so on and so forth. Don't do that. Unless you want to. Then up to you. But what I'm saying is like get curious and understand, okay, as I'm changing my environment, as I'm getting new ideas, understand that those ideas were given to you. You. Not to me, not to Jody, not to anybody else in this room, not to your parents, not to your friends, to you. The only person responsible for bringing these ideas to pass, and the only person that needs to have faith in the ideas, it's you. Don't be seeking validation for the ideas that were given to you from somebody else that A, didn't have those ideas, B, has no desires like that, and C, has never done it. Like, either don't seek validation or don't seek support, or seek it in rooms like this, a mastermind of people that like are going to support you. Because your current environment is guaranteed to keep you exactly where you are. And it will do so always, right? And so there's going to be this sweet little moment in the middle that you get to be by yourself. And it's lovely because you get to meet you, right? So I don't know how much time we have. But I want to wrap it because I actually want to guide you guys through something. This is one of my favorite quotes. The secret to happiness is freedom, and the secret to freedom is courage. As I read this every time, my eyes are called to the word courage. Why? I've had the opportunity and the privilege of mentoring, coaching lots of people now. And I've had also the opportunity to talk to lots of people at the different stages of quitting their business, starting a new business, growing it, selling it, right? Everything in between. And the biggest thing that I've realized is that everything falls on courage. And so the thing that I ask myself, it's not, am I courageous or not? Because I always have things and moments and stories that tell me that I am or that I have been. But the question that I ask myself, especially lately, is, am I courageous? Am I being courageous right now? Am I being courageous today? Today, am I doing the things that I know I get to do today to create the things that my desires are telling me I am meant to create, right? Am I doing those things? Am I having the hard conversations? Am I having the courage to change, right? Am I being courageous right now? And so the question is not, are you courageous or not? Is how courageous are you? And are you courageous right now, right? So give me an idea, Jody, if you can text on the chat of how much time I have. Well, I'm just gonna go for it until you tell me. So as we close today, and I know you guys have done lots of sessions. It's also Thursday, end of the week, end of the month, 2 months at the end of the year, right? There's a lot of things going on. And so what I hope you take out of this is, one, just get curious about how you have ended up being you. And understand that you're running a script, that you want to admit it or not. And if there is pieces of this script that no longer serve you, just the fact that they've been there and so on and so forth does not justify them being there now. And does not mean they get to be there tomorrow. And the way that you get to change them is you get aware of what they are and rewrite them. That's it. And then you get to continue to make decisions based on the new script versus the old script. And just repetition over and over and over. It's easy for me to tell this to people that have kids. When you decided to name your kid whatever you guys decided to name them, right? How long did it take them to learn their name? Do you say it one time? Twice? 3 times? Or was there a couple hundreds, couple thousand times? You're that, right? Like you created a new version of you and you get to spend time with it and just always massaging it. Like your self-image is always meant to be under construction. So as we close today, I want to give you a moment to actually feel what we have been kind of talking about it, not just hear it, not just agree with it if you are agreeing with it, but to actually feel it in your body, in your breath, in your being, because what's holding you back isn't out there, right? And I think I know it, you know it, we all know it, right? It's whatever goes on in here. And that means that the solution to everything out there is actually in here too, right? We don't have to go outside of us for anything, right? You have tapped into infinite source, intelligence, power, God, whatever serves you, but you are, right? So I want to guide you guys through a visualization slash hypnosis. I have got licensed as a hypnotist. I'm part of the Guild of Hypnotists. I know Guild still exists. But for me, it was for the understanding of my feelings being in my subconscious and getting to go in there to rewrite my story and my script. It helps, right? So that's primarily why I did it. I love learning, and that's just kind of part of it. And so what I would like you to do is just be here with me and stay open-minded, first of all. Understanding that it's just a very suggestible mind state. So nothing, I cannot put in there anything that you don't agree with. You're always going to be safe. And so whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to just get comfortable, get loose, kind of shimmy in your seat. You've had a long day, kind of relax your shoulders and kind of move your neck side to side and shaking up your hands and whatever you need to do to get comfortable. And if you're wearing really tight pants, don't do that. Open up a button and just get comfy. Also, you're home, right? So hopefully you're wearing something comfortable. So now what I want you to do is take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Again, in and out. And one more time. In and release. Now I want you to let your breath settle. Let your muscle soften. And let your thoughts just kind of drift and float and go wherever they want to go. You're not here to solve anything right now. You're just here to remember what's already true. I want you to bring your attention to the top of your head and imagine a soft golden light pouring down from above, like sunlight mixed with peace and serenity. Let it wash over your scalp, your forehead, smoothing out every line between your eyes. Let it soften your jaw, clench your teeth, and release your neck. Let that light pour into your shoulders, down your arms, into your fingertips. Let it travel down your back, across your chest, into your belly, your hips, your legs, and all the way down into your feet. Every breath, you go deeper and deeper. Every exhale, you feel yourself getting softer and softer. Every movement, every moment, more open, more relaxed. Know that you are supported, you are safe, and you're ready. In front of you now appears a beautiful wooden staircase. Each step down represents a release, a letting go, a shift into a deeper truth. In a moment, I'll count down from 10 to 1. And with each number, you'll drop deeper and deeper into the truth of who you have always been. Let's begin. 10, stepping down. 9, let go of the surface self. 8, releasing the noise, the urgency, the rush. 7, softening into stillness. 6, deeper now, calm and quiet. 5, you're halfway down. The old story is losing its grip. 4, memory returning, energy softening. 3, you're so still, so open, so relaxed. 2, you're almost there. 1, dropping into your truth, completely immersed in who you are beneath all the stories. Now, imagine you're standing in front of a mirror, not the mirror of today, but the mirror of your future self, the one who already moved through the story and has created a new one, the one who no longer hesitates when desire calls, the one that knows that he or she can create anything, any idea, any thought that it's given, the one who always trusts their vision, not because it's guaranteed, but because it's their vision and they know they always do what is required to bring it to life. See yourself in that mirror now. What do you notice? How about yourself? How about your posture, your expression, your energy, your confidence, the way you dress, the way you feel? You are the same you, and yet you're completely different. This version of you makes bold decisions based on their desire and changes their life. This version of you no longer asks for permission or for support from anybody but you, because you know that that is all you need. This version of you no longer worries about being misunderstood because they are too busy being aligned. Now, silently repeat after me in your own voice or out loud if you can, and hear yourself say, I am the one who chooses. I am the one who leads. I no longer wait to feel ready. I move in alignment with my future, my vision, my desires. I'm not here to rehearse. I'm here to remember. I'm not the thing in the way. I am the way through. Let that settle. Feel the script of your old identity fall away. The part of you that tried to play small, to be realistic, to shrink. You're not who you are anymore. You wrote the script when you were surviving, when you were growing, but you're not surviving now. You're creating. Breathe that in. And in a moment, I'll count you up from 1 to 10. And as I do, bring with you everything you have remembered, everything you have reclaimed, everything you're ready to embody without waiting. 1, slowly rising now. 2, awareness coming back to the body. 3, breath deepening. 4, gentle movement in the finger and toes. 5, feeling strength in your spine. 6, your future feels familiar now. 7, knowing who you are. 8, carrying that certainty with you. 9, you're almost back. And 10, eyes open. And when you're ready, welcome back. You are never the thing in the way. You are the thing that changes everything. Sorry, I didn't know how much time I had. I assume you being here meant so it worked out perfectly.
I, I, I come in to help all of you guys finish off, but
Dude,
we
I'm just curious if anybody felt anything, any awarenesses that you had. What did you notice? If you want to write it in the chat.
Frank Bosi said, you don't have to, you get to. You don't have to calm every fear or anxiety. You get to learn how strong you are while facing them, right? Fantastic. Love that one. What other comments do we have? Their confidence on the way up, Kim Herleen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so important, guys, to remember it's every day is 1% better. And yesterday I talked about a little bit about the faith, family, finance, and fitness, the four different verticals. And it's like anything. It's like one of them might be improving today and the other one might be slipping. And then the next day, the one that was slipping is improving and the other one that was improving is slipping. And it's this constant struggle. And that's why they don't tell you 100% better every day. That's why they tell you 1% better every day. Just small wins, stack bricks, and enjoy those growth pains. Just what I needed today. Tracy Northcott, Javier, felt pure inspiration. I think that's the goal. I think that's the goal.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And again, guys, it's just a matter of understanding where you're at right now, and then anything that you no longer choose for you, you're free to let it go and rewrite it. However, it best serves you. And if you rewrite it and then you find out that the new rewrite is also not great, guess what? Rewrite it. And then after that, just rewrite it and just go through every little nook and cranny of your life and be like, okay, if this could be perfect, exactly how I see it, like exactly how I imagine, how would it feel and look? And then just continuously play that game and get curious and make that like you becoming the ultimate you, the purpose of your life. Like, don't hide behind your kids and don't hide behind your spouses and don't hide behind other people. Like, the biggest purpose of your life, it's the pursuit of getting to know the greatest version that you are meant to be. My biggest fear is getting to heaven and God being like, "E, I had all of this written out for you." I'm like, "That's not me." And it's like, "No, I know. But this was my plan for you. What did you do?" I'm like, "God, I was unsure about what if I could do it." Well, you are, therefore you can, and therefore you can choose. And if you choose it, you will do it. So get up there and feel inspired. And if somebody was to gift the book of your life to somebody else right now, would that person finish it? Would it be a book that they're like, dude, this book changed my life? Would it be like, dude, this guy who had the main character in there and he kept almost getting out of situation and just kept falling back. And after a little bit, it just was so annoying that I didn't even want to finish reading it. Somebody was getting a book of your life. If you were following you, would you follow you right now? Would you follow you? If you were the one leading you and you saw you leading you, would you follow you? But then you want your family
Guys,
to follow,
let's everybody answer that in the text box here in the comment box.
right? But then you want your family to follow you and your kids to follow you and your team to follow you. But you wouldn't follow you?
By the way, we all have work to do, so don't be afraid to
Oh,
say yes, even if
100%.
you're
I
even if
am
you're
the
work.
biggest one. I'm like I'll air all my laundry if you guys want. Like, it's not a like, again, right? Because also for me, in rooms like this, in any room, that which you're most embarrassed to share, because you're
Yep,
like, oh my God, I can't say that, is that
yep,
which we most have in common. Like, we are just a human condition. Like, we're just experiencing ourselves as a human condition over and over in different ways. But it's
yep.
one consciousness. So we have the same, that's why we all see each other, right? Like, we're all worried about the same shit.
No
We're
doubt.
all worried, like, we have this thing, oh my God, what's he gonna say? Like, and we all can understand that feeling because we all feel that way. And it's just like, it's we're not special. You're beautiful and unique and fantastic, but you're not special.
Love it. Everybody give E a huge thank you and a round of applause. Oh,
Thank you. What?
oh.
Look at that. That's lovely.
Love
It's always great to hang out with you guys. If there's anything that I can do to help to serve, feel free to reach out to me. This gets you a call with me if you actually want to see my face again and allow me to see yours. I would love that. If not, Instagram, Real Estate. I'll be more than happy to hang out with you.
Amazing.
Oh,
Thank you, E.
Tracy, thank you for spending your night with me. I appreciate it. Appreciate you.
Amazing.